What's up, lads? My name is Jaybur. Welcome back to the Footcast. We've got Reese, we've got Chris, and we've got the person that looks like they've been captured and held hostage, Nathan. How are we doing?
Baby. I've missed you, my fans. I know you've missed me. I love you. And Jason, where's your Brighton shirt?
Wait, did you just say fans?
Yeah, I've got fans out there.
You got no fans.
Only fans.
You got no fans.
He's been looking at the
ground.
He's been looking at them OnlyFans pages, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if maybe, but
what?
If your mum's not there, I'd rather run away.
Yeah, I think he was talking to you, by the way, mate.
Okay, right. So let's just start with a pressing issue. Gareth Southgate.
He's got to go, blood. He's got to go.
Blood?
No, I'm coming. Arsenal fan TV. Do you remember that? He's like, he's got to go, blood.
Well, troops.
Southgate ain't a beast.
So yeah, England were terrible over the last two games. I know
Do you mean the last 5 or 6?
The thing is, right. These are the last two games before the World Cup. I think I said this last week as well. Right, what is the point in hyping up Ivan Toney, sticking him in front of the press to not use him?
Yes,
it's preposterous.
Gareth Southgate isn't a strong manager. Oh, is it just me or Nathan's camera gone off?
His captors take a turn to...
Oh yeah, so like I said, I'm going to so like I said last week, the thing with Southgate is he's too afraid to make difficult decisions. He's too afraid to try new things. He's like, oh, Harry Kane's my guy. Harry Kane's this, Harry Kane's that. He wants to stick to what he knows. Like Harry Maguire shouldn't have been playing. He should have been the guy from AC Milan. Like, why on earth are you playing him? Look,
you mean Roma?
Goal. But you see, it's like... Who?
Oh, Harry Maguire. Sorry, I'm thinking of Harry Kane. Sorry. You mean Fikayo Tomori?
Yeah, Tomori and Ivan Toney both should have played. Luke Shaw should not have played. Because if Gareth Southgate means what he says, he picks players based on form, neither of them, including Grealish, wouldn't even be in that squad. Or even Calvin Phillips, who hasn't played.
I do actually have to agree with you, Chris. Like, again, we actually agree with each other. Like, the thing is with Harry Maguire, he had a brilliant World Cup back in 2018. He had a good Euros. When he first joined Manchester United, he did have a decent start. And something's just the last few seasons, something's just gone. He had brilliant Euros. He had a brilliant Euro. I felt like he had a good Euros, but it's just the thing is he hasn't. The thing is, the players that have been selected, like Maguire, they haven't played in the Premier League. They haven't had many games this season so far.
He's played 3 games so far. The problem is, though, the 3 games... Do you know what's funny, right? Every single game Maguire has played this season, international and club level, he has not won a single game since he's played. Every game he's played...
since he started.
Every game
he's played. Oh, yeah, every game he started, sorry.
He does, obviously. The thing is with Southgate, he will go with the players that got him to the World Cup semi-final, that got him to the Euros. He's going to go with the players that got him to this far because at the end of the day, he has done well for himself. He has done well. You can't sit there and say he's done a terrible job the last few years.
He's not been terrible, but we could have done better.
But, we should have won the Euros. We should have won the Euros.
Exactly. One thing I would say is, here's a question for all of you. Other than Germany... Name one game we shouldn't have won, but we were the underdogs and won. In the last 2 tournaments, name it. Other than Germany.
None, because with the teams we played, we baited them. Besides Croatia in the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Croatia had Modric, and that was it. They were like a one-man team. We had Perisic compared to Sterling, who was on top of his game.
Thing is, there's just England have 8 weeks to sort it out, and they have to really sort it out. He has to pick the squad. I don't think, personally myself, I don't even know. Is Pickford still injured?
Yeah, he should be playing in the World Cup though. Like He shouldn't be number one. Nick Pope, I'm devastated for because he had such a bad game. But there again, the player in front of him was terrible. Cost a penalty against us, but then also that little cock up by Nick Pope as well. But it was a very well hit shot. As a goalkeeper, when the ball's shot and bounced right in front of you, just as you're about to get onto it, it is hard to get.
To be honest, there are a lot of players in that England squad that shouldn't be there, and Harry Maguire is definitely, in a weird way, one of them. And so is Luke Shaw, because they both have not played much this season.
And Ben Chilwell.
Well, you can't really sit there and say Ben Chilwell because he's
at one game.
You're just digging. He didn't even play.
How am I digging when I'm pointing out a fact?
You've just sat there and just dig because I've dug at two of your players. You've started digging at my player.
I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm meeting you in the middle, saying
Ben Chilwell has had a serious injury. You can't expect him to come back and be banging in goals, banging in assists.
But why is he getting picked for England then?
I don't know. Why is Maguire getting picked for England?
Because Southgate's
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Nathan, you're not listening. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. I'm saying, you said there's a few players that shouldn't be in the England team who are, and I just said Ben Chilwell. I'm not disagreeing with you about Maguire and Shaw.
You would dig it in because I've just dug at your two players.
No, I'm just saying, as a matter of fact, that them two, like him as well, shouldn't be with the three. Well, with the Maguire and Shaw.
Ben Chilwell has not featured much this season, but he's done better compared to Shaw and Maguire put together this season.
He's had one game. Yeah, I agree.
More than that. He came on, got an assist, and scored a goal.
In what, one game?
Yeah, and he got the win. He got the penalty against Everton.
So he's had one game.
So he's basically had 2 games, and he's actually done more than Shaw and Maguire have done.
Okay, but still, he shouldn't be in the England team if he's only played.
He shouldn't be in the squad because he's got. So
it's like him and Calvin Phillips as well. So I'm taking it to heart just because I mentioned Chelsea.
Calvin Phillips is injured.
What? Don't get me wrong.
Calvin Phillips is injured. He didn't play.
Oh, was he not in the squad?
No.
No, he got removed for Henderson.
That's right. Henderson, yeah.
Jack Grealish shouldn't even be in that squad.
Chris, did you watch the games?
You didn't take offence to that.
Because Jack Grealish, you're just sitting there, you're getting digged. And you know, I do agree with everything.
I'm agreeing with you, and I'm saying different things.
You've just said, well, I've had a go at 2 of your players because, let's be honest, has Shaw and Maguire done well this season?
No, I was the first one to say that. Was I not?
You was, but you just...
Well, then what are you moaning about?
Oh,
what
man.
Are you, I'm saying...
I think, you know, Gareth Southgate claimed to pick the team based on form. I think at the back, you know, he shouldn't have had Maguire there or even John Stones. I think it should have been, not being biased, it should have been Mark Gurhey. It should have been. It should have been. Who else was there going to be?
John Stones has actually been playing recently for City, though. So
I know, but if you're going to have a back 5, right?
Yeah, but that's why you have someone like John Stones, who's slow but strong. You got Kyle Walker, who's fast, not as strong, and then that's why Maguire.
But Kyle Walker's not been playing.
That's why Maguire thrives in the England setup normally, because the 5 at the back covers his weakness, which is defending. See, Nathan, I'm insulting a Man United player. Are you happy?
I don't agree with you. Ben Chilwell should not. Ben Chilwell has had a lot.
We're talking about Maguire now. I'm just proving the point that I insult United players.
I'm just saying Ben Chilwell has had rust, so he shouldn't be in the England squad. And to be honest, I'll be very shocked if Ben Chilwell does go to the World Cup. He shouldn't go to the World Cup because he has still got a lot of rust to rust off. He needs to be
a lot of rust to rust off.
Cobham, getting his friendlies in there, brushing off the rust from the. He's pretty much been out a whole year from November to May. He's pretty much only had 3 months of the season last season.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben Chilwell should not be going to the World Cup. He should be staying at Cobham, getting his training, getting his behind friendly closed doors. Because that's what's going to happen. The players that don't go to the World Cup will have to still keep fit. They'll have training. They'll have behind closed door friendlies to keep their match fitness up. So yes, Ben Chilwell should not go to the World Cup, and I will be the first person to admit that. But
let me just say though, right? So with Southgate not picking players on form. For one, I don't think Sterling has been in form. I'm not saying that because he's a Chelsea player now. I would have said the exact same thing if he was a City or a Liverpool player.
Sterling hasn't done great. He's had his moments. He's had decent moments, but he hasn't hit the form. He hasn't lived up to his price tag.
But then, where is Jadon Sancho? Because in all fairness, Sancho has been one of our best players last season when Rangnick took charge. And then he's been one of our best players this season. So based on form,
Yeah, I do agree.
Sancho, right or left wing.
It's criminal he wasn't picked.
Exactly. Even
Yeah,
Rashford.
Sancho and Rashford should have been picked as well. I think Rashford deserves a chance.
I mean, insulting for Rashford. I'm not insulting. I mean, like having a go at Rashford for years, saying he's not good enough. But so far, he's been doing well to his credit.
Yes,
So he should
yes.
be rewarded for that.
But to be honest, again, they are the two players that I don't think will go to the World Cup.
I think they will.
Oh, I've got another one as well. Someone who shouldn't be in the England team.
Who?
He's a Liverpool player. I think, you know,
Trent.
yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
But in saying that though, Foden was awful these two games. So was Saka. In the first game, Saka was awful as well.
But then why is he playing Saka as a wing back when his best role is staying forward?
But he played him against Germany, didn't he?
Huh?
He played him against Germany and he was playing quite well.
He played more of an attacking role in Germany. So against
That's his
Germany,
natural
attacking role instead of like this, right? This is the problem with having someone like Maguire in a team. Because he's so shit at the back, they need to put 5 in the back instead of doing 4. So that makes more hard work for the wing backs to go forward. So you're taking good players like for example Sterling and Saka out of their comfortable positions, which is forward, by bringing them back to go back, forward. Their legs are gonna get tired, and it's just absolutely abysmal. And that's why they did so badly.
For me, you could sit there and say about Trent Alexander-Arnold. The thing is with Trent, he's brilliant going forward, but defensively he is not good. Like last season, if anyone watched the Man City Liverpool game where they drew 2-2, Man City's 2 goals came because Trent was too forward. Yeah. Trent can go forward and Trent can run, Trent can cross, Trent can take a free kick. He just can't really defend.
Trent would thrive in this England lineup, which is the thing, because he'll be better going forward. But the problem is, the good thing is though with that, because of Maguire's weakness, like I was saying, that they got 5 at the back, that will benefit Trent because there'll be 4 people there to protect him if he gets caught out of position, which is perfect for him because he won't drop back. And if he does drop back, he won't be as effective.
Yeah, Trent. I do see Trent going to the World Cup. To be honest, I see Trent going to the World Cup. To be honest, I think Trent will be the only Liverpool player going to the World Cup.
I think he has to go, doesn't he?
I don't think Jordan should get called up because he is hitting his prime now. Well, not even his prime, but he's gone past it.
He's done well. He's done well. Henderson. He's had a good few seasons. He's done his bit in the World Cup. He's done his bit in the Euros. Not that he got much Euro time, but.
He played a lot.
He scored in the Euros.
Yeah, he played quite a lot.
But to be honest, we all know that someone like Declan Rice will get the call over Jordan Henderson, and we all know Bellingham's going to go to the World Cup, and we all know certain players that are going to get called to the World Cup. Like, I think Calvin Phillips will be at the World Cup instead of Henderson.
One thing
if he's not injured.
Is anyone else fed up with the praise from the what's it called? The commentators during the game? They're going on like say, "Oh, this player's amazing. This player's amazing. This player's amazing." I'm like, they've done 2 passes, and that's it. And it was sideways. I'm sorry, but literally, how many times have I heard, "Oh, Harry Kane's this, Harry Kane's that," or Jude Bellingham? I thought Jude Bellingham had an okay game in the first one, but I wouldn't say he was good. Yeah. I said he was okay.
But he will go to the World Cup because...
Just keep the conversation going. I need the toilet.
This will be probably Bellingham's...
Just keep going.
Nathan, are we still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
I think the only England player that stood out from both of them games was Eric Dyer, though. Every time there was a problem, he was there. Anytime anything was going wrong, he was always there.
He
made one mistake. He made one mistake. It's a lot better than the other 2. But Stones got injured, so you don't even know if he's going to be called up. You don't know how long he's going to be out for his injury.
When is the England squad World Cup call anyway?
November. It's between the 12th and 18th, I think, roughly.
What, he's going to call his squad 3 days before the World Cup? The World Cup starts on the 18th, doesn't it?
Okay, well, probably the 12th then, like a week before.
That's a big jump. That's a week for them to get ready, a week for them to play together, a week for them to at least gel as a club, as a team.
Or it's either the end of October. I'm not entirely sure on the...
October, yeah. I thought you'd probably announce it in October.
I keep forgetting the squad has been announced soon. Jesus, that's really weird.
To be honest, I think the winter. It's interesting to have a Winter World Cup, but it's going to be absolutely. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not because it's disrupting the Premier League. I mean, the Premier League resumes on Boxing Day. Like them players who have not been called up to the World Cup, the players who get knocked out early, they're going to have a longer rest than the teams that go further.
To be fair though, as someone who doesn't really like England that much, I mean, my God, watching them play is dreadful. Like, in all fairness though, you got all these good players who are good at going forward, good at defending. Well, half, should I say, at defending. But all these good players going forward, but they just don't work together because the formation, the tactics,
the egos.
No, not the egos. The formation, the tactics, their roles in the team is so stupid.
Yeah, it's just
like
the thing is, he's going to do what he did. What did he do last year? He took Kyle Walker, Trippier, and Reece James all to the Euros. He'd taken 3 right backs. So
yeah, bear in mind, he chose 12 defensive players for these past friendlies. Why are you going into games trying to hold a draw?
It's just, I don't get I don't know what he's going to do this year. I don't know what players he's going to take, but he can't be taking 4 right backs to the World Cup this year. Like, when he did the interview last year, he was like, oh, if I could take 4 right backs, meaning Trent, he would have taken Trent. So,
I mean, he's the most boring manager I've ever seen.
If he does not get far in the World Cup, if he does not get to the stage like he did last time, or get to the World Cup final, or win the World Cup, he will be gone after the World Cup.
I mean, to be fair, it all depends on the draws. Because, think about it, it's like I said earlier, name one time England have been the underdogs in the last 2 tournaments other than Germany.
None, because the other teams we beaten.
Exactly, and we made hard work of it. We
should not have struggled against bloody Colombia in the World Cup.
And Ukraine.
And Ukraine? We beat them
in the Euros.
No,
not Ukraine, sorry.
Denmark,
yeah.
Yeah, we should not struggle against Denmark.
Denmark, we should have... Yeah, but even still, good form versus good players on good form.
Honestly,
we did the exact same thing we did against Croatia and Italy. We literally scored one, was like, you know what, let's hold this 1-0 lead.
No, you can't do that.
Like, it'll work if it's a Chelsea manager. No offence, but it's true.
He did. Tuchel did what he did. He got the 1-0 lead.
Not just Tuchel, every Chelsea manager for the last, 10 years.
But it's worked, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's worked for Chelsea, but it's not going to work for a team that can't defend. Like, no. Maguire doesn't even look over his shoulder. Like, he's one of this. Look at the ball. Look at the ball. Player runs in behind him.
It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be an interesting call up. It's gonna be an interesting World Cup, but England will probably get at least past the group. But I think we'll get to the last 16, and I think we will just bottle it.
To be fair, I think if England don't at least win the World Cup or even get to the final, Southgate's got to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
he will be gone. He will be gone because he will be gone. Not because it's just because it's going to be what the fans want.
But the problem is, though, Southgate is a perfect England manager. Do you know why?
Why?
He's a yes man.
Yeah.
He's got no backbone. He never has. Never even as a player. He's a typical. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, you want to do that. I'll do this. I'll do that. I won't pick this person. Yeah, I won't play this person.
The only person that could take over him is probably Sean Dyche.
Yeah, I think he's going as well.
I reckon Sean Dyche will go to Leicester. He'll get the Leicester job.
Rodgers hasn't even been sacked yet.
Yeah, but he will be sacked. We all know this is happening.
I mean, in saying that though, Tuchel was linked to the England job.
He's got a new job already, hasn't he?
Bayern Munich. He's been heavily linked to the Bayern Munich job.
I thought he got the job.
No, he's been linked a lot.
Oh, see, I wasn't too sure there. I was very confused. But see, the thing is though, with England, there's not many good England managers. Because I bet you any money you can't name 5 good English managers right now who are challenging for trophies.
Steven Gerrard. No, I'm joking.
I will come there and slap you. Oh! He said Frank Lampard.
To be fair, I didn't know
What's your defence?
to be honest, they like you can. I think I'm surprised Lampard still got the Everton job, but I'm surprised Gerrard still got the Aston Villa job.
I mean, they treated him like shit though. Chelsea.
Oh
Lampard.
yeah, Chelsea were bang out of order.
They just chucked him out like a club legend. You imagine them doing that to Gerrard if he ever got the Liverpool job?
They will.
They'd be hated even more.
Yeah.
True. That was so funny though.
But then I could sit there and say, how many Premier Leagues has Gerrard won?
One.
I'm lost.
No, he won one Premier League. He won it for Chelsea when he slipped.
Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
City won it. Yeah, City won it.
Gerrard will get the Liverpool job one day. It will happen.
He went for a shit. He went for a shit.
Crystal Palace, you know your shit.
No, that's Jason. He's not Crystal
better.
Palace.
Sounds better.
Jason, he went for a shit. He went for a shit.
Bruh.
You went for a shit.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Thank you, Nathan.
Nathan, no,
blame me. Blame the Ginger
I said
Maguire
Jason. I didn't say his last name, you donut.
Ginger Maguire, oh god.
Right.
Oh.
So, Maguire, is he going to go to the World Cup or not?
Yes,
Sadly.
he will go to the World Cup.
Yeah, he will, unfortunately.
If he doesn't go to the World Cup, if he does not go to the World Cup, I will think of something.
You will have to wear a Manchester United shirt, Maguire 5 on the back, and go. You have to wear it to watch an England game.
Oh!
In the pub.
Qatar? Oh, in the pub.
Oh! Painful.
Is that a deal?
But he's going to go to the World Cup. We all agree he's going to go.
Well, a deal.
All right.
Deal.
Are you buying it?
Jason is.
Oh, that's fine. All right, yeah. All right. If he does go to the World Cup, we all know he's going to go to the World Cup. But if he doesn't, then I will wear a Maguire shirt. If he doesn't,
sounds fair.
You heard it here first.
But he will go to the World Cup. He will get called up to the World Cup because he is one of Southgate's best defenders, apparently.
Well, why did you say you were going to wear a Maguire shirt then if you knew he was going to go to the World Cup?
Because if he doesn't, then I'll be surprised and I'll wear the Man United shirt with Maguire on it.
You are
Southgate's
a brave
got too much favour for him.
Yeah.
The same as Kane.
Do you think he'll get called to the World Cup, Chris?
Who?
Maguire.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, and if he doesn't, you have to wear a Chelsea shirt with Lukaku on the back of it.
Lukaku?
Lukaku.
No. Chris has to wear a Liverpool shirt on the next podcast.
Yeah, that sounds better.
I mean, bear in mind, I didn't even suggest that. That was Nathan suggesting a silly
know.
idea which I wouldn't go with. If I was going to do it, if I was going to do something, I would say I would wear a Liverpool shirt if Maguire doesn't get picked for the World Cup. Because that would be more interesting.
We changed that to Maguire to Rashford.
Right, I'll be right back. I need the toilet now.
Right, so this is a podcast of toilets, apparently. Anyway, so Harry Maguire's not been good, has he? Is that what you've just been talking about?
Well, that, and it's mainly been insulting, was it Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard? Not me for a change, believe it or not. I didn't start it. I mean, it was literally them two having to go at each other, saying, yo, man, your ex-player's doing shit. Your ex-player's doing shit. I'm surprised this one hasn't been sacked.
So if we look ahead to the weekend's fixtures, so we've got Arsenal and Tottenham in the North London derby. That looks tantalising.
There's only one game we should care about.
What's that? Oh, the Manchester derby.
Manchester derby, which I am dreading.
I think Man United are going to get smashed. You're going to get Haalanded.
I mean, do you not remember what happened the last time Martinez played Haaland?
No.
Do you want me to tell you what happened?
What happened?
Martinez got man of the match.
Did he?
Pretty worse than how blurry my camera's just gone.
I mean, I feel like that'll be me after watching the United City game.
Right, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
The weekend's fixtures. So,
and we're saying about the Manchester derby, and I said how Martinez, the last time he played Haaland, got man of the match.
To be honest, I actually think that's going to be such a tight match. But if I was to pick someone to win, I would have to go 2-1 Man City. Haaland to score in the 90th minute. That's
To be fair, I
Haaland in
think
90th minute.
90th minute, Haaland to score in the 90th
It'll
minute.
either be.
what's a Haaland?
Erling Haaland.
There we go.
Actually, the proper pronunciation.
He'll get a hat trick. He'll get a hat trick.
Worryingly, I could see it going quite a high score. Bear in mind, I don't think we're strong enough, and if we play someone like McTominay in midfield against the likes of De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish, Haaland, Mahrez, whoever else, or even Cancelo because he pushes forward in the middle, like McTominay can't even defend against a championship striker or midfielder.
Can I say that? Was McTominay part of the Scotland squad?
Yes, I think so.
Couldn't remember if he got called.
I can see United getting an early goal, and everyone's look at this, we might be able to win this, and then it's just going to end like 6-1 or 5-1.
Cheers, mate.
I reckon 2-1. I reckon it'll go 1-0 Man United. I actually think Eriksen could score the goal, believe it or not.
I mean, all I've got to say is, though, who won the Bangkok Century Cup? Huh?
What, the birthday cake trophy?
Yeah.
The real winner is football.
No, the real winner is us. Have you got a trophy in your trophy cabinet with LED lights in it? No, I did not
Champions
think so.
League?
That's not got LED lights in it. Don't try it.
When was the last time United won one?
What, a trophy? This season?
Champions League. Just Champions League.
It was pre-season when you had pre-season.
You're going to have to go back down the line.
Well, to be fair, at least we won the Champions League by winning the league at the same time.
So did Liverpool?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
The season after they won the league.
It was still in play.
Huh?
Got stopped because of COVID. It was still in play.
No, the season COVID happened was the year after you won the Champions League. So
That's
you won the
Champions win though.
No, you lost to City.
I'm double checking this.
Go on. I know my shit.
I forgot to close the bathroom door. It's right beside my room. And all can smell. All can smell this faint whiff of poo coming in.
You gotta keep that in the video. But literally, let me tell you something, right? As a Liverpool fan, I am embarrassed for you the fact you didn't know this. Basically,
you just said you're a Liverpool fan.
No, as a Liverpool fan, I'm embarrassed that he doesn't know this. No. Listen to what I'm saying, boy. But no, basically, what happened was, it was in 2019, Liverpool beat Tottenham in the worst Champions League final. 2020, they won the Premier League.
He's outdone me there. Oh no. Retire now.
To be honest, Reece, it could be worse.
A Manchester United fan could know more about Liverpool than a Liverpool fan does.
Do I hear a Liverpool supporter?
You can piss off. Literally.
What fixtures are we talking about?
Oh, yeah, go on.
What? Other fixtures. There's Bournemouth and Brentford. That is going to be
2-1 Bournemouth. I think 2-1 Bournemouth.
Really? Bournemouth?
No, I think Bournemouth. They turned it around against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, but I think Ivan Toney's got a point to prove, so he's going to bang in a few.
Yeah, I think he'd be looking to do that, and this is the ideal game for him to do that. We've also got another London derby. We have Crystal Palace versus Chelsea.
Chelsea 10-0.
That's not really a derby, to be honest.
To be honest, I'm actually going to be honest. You lot might be shocked. I'm actually going to go 2-1 Palace. I really think Palace will do it. I just don't think. I honestly
think it'll be a draw.
I reckon Palace will win. I just don't know what's happened. Honestly, I don't know what's happened to us this season. Let
me tell you, you lost the Russian and gained a career mode manager.
And you are still owing the world £500 billion worth of debt, aren't you?
That's
Can
not
I
even
just say something.
I mean, that's literally just a factual. I'm just pointing out another fact. You lost the Russian, and you gained a career mode manager.
Todd Bowley, he spent some money this summer in the men's and the women's. The women's have spent some money this summer as well. But I actually just, I think we will struggle to get top four this year. I just think it's a massive rebuild. It's a new era at the club, new manager again, and I just think it's a massive rebuild. I do see Chelsea struggling against like teams like Palace, especially away. Away, they will struggle a lot more away than they will at home.
So you think Chelsea haven't got the quality to beat Palace, a relegation
Oh, no, the
team?
quality's there, but Palace
Fucking
also have the quality.
relegation. What are you talking about? Relegation team.
I didn't know Palace also have the quality to beat Chelsea. Palace also have the quality to beat Chelsea. Brentford beat you 4-0, and your squad is worth more than theirs, and they beat you 4-0.
Yeah, that's because Maguire and Shaw are playing.
But still, at the end of the day, that's you compare your squad. Every team in the Premier League has a talented squad because the Premier League, you just don't know what's going to happen.
True.
Every game is a big game. Every game is a cup final in the Premier League.
And we've got the likes of Tyreek Mitchell and, you know,
To be honest, I just don't see us win.
Will
I don't know
Saha.
if we win, it won't be the easiest win in the world. I think it will be like scrapey win or scrappy win. It'd just be one of them kind of wins where we've played well, but we've also played stupid, gave the ball away, gave unnecessary corners away and stuff like that. Certain passes would have gone away. That's how I just see it if we were to win. But I'm actually going to go 2-1 Palace.
I think it'll be a draw, to be honest.
I think
Let me give you an interesting stat that I keep reminding Brighton fans. Graham Potter has never beaten Palace in 3 years in the Premier League.
What, 4 years?
3 years since he took over at Brighton.
I was only in 3 years. It feels like longer.
Graham Potter. Yeah, he's never beaten Palace. So, yeah. Also, there's Fulham against Newcastle. That's hard to call that, I think.
I actually do.
Newcastle.
Fulham are actually doing all right.
Newcastle.
And then we've got Liverpool versus Brighton and Hove Albion. That is De Zerbi's first game in charge of Brighton. And
Come on. Wait, what?
I will kick you off this podcast.
Yeah, Liverpool fan.
I can see Liverpool winning that. I think Liverpool have a lot to prove, and they're going to want to
it'll
prove
be
it.
like a 1-0 win to Brighton, because they have been out of form. But if they've got a point to prove, which they have, it should be like at least 3 or 4-0.
What, to Liverpool?
Yeah, not to Brighton.
You said 1-0 to Brighton. I'm like, wait, what?
That's if they like. It depends in the first 5 or 10 minutes, because you can tell with Liverpool, if they're not clicking and the passes aren't going, they're going to lose. It will just be sloppy. It'll be sloppy goals.
I don't even know what's happened to Liverpool this season. I'm actually shocked with how they've been.
Easy. They lost their main.
Mane.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, their main.
Yeah.
For Mane.
To be fair, I knew as soon as you lost Mane, that's going to affect you guys. So Mane was the workhorse who no one appreciated.
I was backing him to stay. I
Sure
thought
you were.
I was the front three that I would still keep this season are Firmino, Salah, and Mane. I don't like Salah, but he's a good player when them three are in the same
You don't
team.
like Salah? Why don't you like Salah?
I just think he's a big.
He prefers a steak instead of the salad.
Oh my
Salad is.
God.
See, you just made me call him Salad. Salah is actually like him and Mane are like your two best players in that squad.
Yeah, you take one out, the other one's going to be affected.
But the other one was already affected before. It was getting left on Mane, and they offered Salah the bigger wage, which they shouldn't have done, and they wouldn't offer it to Mane. So he's like, "Oh, sod this, then I'm doing all of this for you guys. I'll go and make my own money."
Yeah, he's going to do well. He's doing well out there anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we've also got Southampton against Everton. I think
0-0
Everton.
draw.
Jason, you just wanted to mention that because Southampton fans bully you on TikTok,
They don't
didn't
bully
you?
me. They don't bully me. Did anyone see my TikTok about Zaha and Ward-Prowse?
What, that he's the most flirty player of all time?
No. What? So before last week's game against Aston Villa, Southampton fans were all in my TikTok going, Ward-Prowse is better than Zaha, right?
He is.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, to be fair, Zaha had his chance in a big team and blew it.
It depends
Well,
on
no,
free
he was
kicks.
speaking with the manager's wife.
Daughter.
My
Daughter.
his wife. my natural thing is to be a bit of a Mickey taker and a bit of a shithouse. So when Aston Villa won, I sort of cast my net out to see who I could get to bait with a load of bait on, see who would bite, and I just put Ward-Prowse is clear as Zaha. Awkward, right? The comments that flew in. Yeah.
To be fair, I have got to agree with them because Ward-Prowse is better than Zaha. I mean, Zaha's probably the most flirty player of all time. And one reason is, I just need a chance in the Champions League. Please give me a chance in the Champions League. Oh, Everton come calling. Oh, I want to go Everton. Oh, Arsenal there. I want to go Arsenal. Oh, I want to go here. I want to go there.
There is nowhere that says that Zaha wanted to go to Everton.
No, you mentioned
It's
going
a
to
like
Liverpool.
It's a like-for-like swap with Palace and Everton.
He supports Liverpool, though.
Yeah. So, we've also got Wet Spam.
Ward-Prowse is better, though.
At different abilities, they've both got different
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse is more consistent than Zaha. Zaha's just, ow, I've been tackled.
Sorry, no.
If you want
In
a decent centre mid, you've got Ward-Prowse. But if you want pace and goals, you've got Zaha.
There you
Wait,
go.
decent
Personally,
goals?
Jason,
Are you sure?
Personally,
Look how many goals Zaha has scored in the last 2 seasons.
Personally,
check-
Jason,
check the
I'll
United
tell
game.
you. I will
Jason,
tell you. In the last
personally-
calendar year, shut up, Nathan. In the last calendar year, right? This is a stat, right? I saw a couple of weeks ago. This calendar year, top goal scorers in the Premier League: Kane, Salah, Ronaldo, Zaha.
Google it. Liverpool fan.
personally, Jason, if that was me, I wouldn't have that.
Your name's not Ali Creed. Anyway, we've got Wet Spam versus Wolves. Who's winning that? I think Wolves might have that, you know. West Ham are another
I'd like
team.
to see West Ham go
I
down.
think. Did you say wet spam, Nathan, as well?
West Ham go down. Are you being dirty-minded? This podcast, kids could be watching us.
What wet spam is in the food?
Oh, sorry.
Spam. Anyway,
The fat
We've already
guy's hungry.
This podcast is sponsored by wet spam.
we've already spoken.
Don't tell your kids apparently, because Nathan said it's a dirty word.
We've
By
already,
now,
we've already spoken about the Mank derby. We've got Leeds versus Aston Villa. That's
Go on the Leeds.
That's got 0-0 written all over it, I think.
no, that's got a 1-0 lead or a 2-0 at least.
And we've got another derby on Monday. Leicester versus Nottingham Forest.
Oh shit! I forgot Leicester actually have a local derby.
They have this season anyway.
2-1
Leicester.
Nottingham Forest, 2-1 Nottingham Forest.
Leicester. I think Leicester will put out the bag.
No.
Because
If
Leicester,
Leicester
Leicester,
don't win this, Brendan Rodgers is gone.
to be fair, Leicester,
Sean Dyche will take charge of Leicester.
but to be fair, Leicester didn't play badly against Tottenham. Tottenham just outdone them.
Yeah. Leicester actually played well, but I reckon if he does not win that game, Rodgers will be sacked by midnight and Dyche will be appointed.
True.
Dyche.
I think I don't know.
Dyche will be back in the
I don't think Sean Dyche will be.
To be honest, if we were obviously talking about Southgate, Dyche has more of a chance of coming back to the Premier League before he gets the England job or even offered the England job.
Yeah.
True, which is a shame because I would much prefer him as England manager.
I'll be
As
very
much as it
surprised.
pains Jason to hear,
You
he's
are
like this.
over.
Don't you dare insult Southgate.
No.
If that did happen, though, they were going after Tuchel still.
I don't think Tuchel will go back. Tuchel will go back to Germany. He'll go manage Bayern Munich.
I reckon he'll go Juve.
Yeah,
No, I
Juve
reckon
does have
Tuchel-
more of a challenge for him.
Tuchel won't come back to. But then, having said that, I don't think Conte will come back to the Premier League and manage
Yeah.
Tottenham. So.
Looks like all your ex-managers seem to manage Tottenham.
There's no
Yeah.
loyalty anymore.
But to be honest, I'll be very surprised if Sean Dyche is not in the Premier League by Christmas.
I don't think he will be.
I think he will be.
I don't think he will either.
I'm going to be the odd one and say I don't care.
Anyway, on that note, that's the end of the podcast. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like and put what you think down below. And if you got this far, put down below Jayburs toilet.
Actually, put down below, Ward-Prowse is better than Zaha.
Shut your mouth,
Yes.
you.
Personally, I wouldn't have that, but that's me.
We will see you in the next one.